Today, I'm very excited to chat with someone who has helped me personally, and probably lots of you as well, to understand various jobs in the K-pop music industry. Previously, we chatted with her about the experiences as an A&R, songwriter, and producer. This time, she's here to tell us about the life of a K-pop label CEO who has recently debuted some artists. Michelle Cho, welcome back. What have you been up to lately?
Wow, so many things. Thank you so much, Umu, for such a lovely introduction. I do also, for me, like speaking to React to the K was a very impressive milestone in my career, I would say, because I guess you guys sort of like let the world of A&R like known to more people. Very grateful for exposing us that way. So yeah, well, other than that, I've been pretty busy. We've debuted Universe about a month ago now. Oh, it's like today's the 18th, so it's like exactly a month ago we've debuted them. Wow.
Congratulations, 1 month debut.
Thank you, yay! So we've been doing a lot of promotional activities, including a lot of interviews, lives and whatnot. I know we've been doing things slightly like untraditionally compared to other K-pop artists, but that doesn't mean we're not busy. We're also getting ready to meet the fans at K-Play Fest at the end of August. Unfortunately, it's just Nathan and Kenny this time due to visa complications, but that doesn't mean we're not excited. So we're still very excited to give the boys a chance to finally meet with the fans, because at our showcase we didn't get to invite as many fans we wanted. So this time it's just like meeting with the fans and like they're able to speak with them like directly. So they're quite excited and like working really hard to get ready for that.
Oh, I'm so happy for them. That those moments are truly like so memorable and motivational. But I am also curious about your history when it comes to music. I believe you informed us in your last interview that music has always been a part of your life. You've always wanted to do it. But exactly when in your career did you realize that you wanted to form and produce a K-pop group?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I think ever since I was a kid, and I think it's an internationally known fact that I've been fangirling, right? Because people cannot stop talking. But, when I was fangirling, I think I also fantasized about creating my own group. So it started quite a long time ago when I was a kid. And it's like, oh, what if I were to be the one to create my own group? So I think secretly when I joined SM, I knew like at some point in my life, I would be producing my own group. I didn't know that it would be this soon. Because according to my people don't think I have just a second. Yes? Do you want to say hi to Kenny?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Kenny.
Hi.
This is Kenny's birthday. He can't hear you, but this is Umu from React to the K.
Am I interrupting something?
This is like the best. It's fantastic timing. Hi, Kenny.
Oh, hi, what's up? Here's some award-winning chocolate cookies that I made myself.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. Aww.
Remember, because I beat you? No, just kidding.
Detention, Kenny. Wow.
Oh, that's lovely.
Ouch, Kenny. I thought you were supposed to celebrate my birthday, not rub it on my...
There we go. There's Kenny.
yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Aito. So it's like a full-on... Thanks, Kenny.
No worries.
Thank you. Bye.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, he's our sweet boy. But yeah, sorry. So going
No
back.
problem. You were at SM and you're like, yes, I want to create a group.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do that. I guess like I know people tell me, like people around me tell me that I don't have plans, which might be true to them because I'm not a good planner, but I do have plans. And then according to my life plan that I am producing, I'm sorry. Yes? Thank you, Nate. Thank you so much. You should say hi here too. Come here.
Hello.
안녕하세요.
This is Nathan.
Hi.
We're both
안녕하세요.
huge Dragon Ball fans, and I gave him a Broly figure for his birthday, and he got me Goku. Oh, thanks, Nathan.
Very thoughtful.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have a lovely live session.
Oh, they're such sweet boys. Apologies.
No, this is so fun.
Yeah, this is like my life. You are entering my life. This is what happens when I'm trying to work. Everybody comes in and out every 5 minutes. Going back to the first question that we started. I started about 5 years earlier, which meant that I felt like I was not as ready as I thought I should be, like both financially, or like career-wise, or like, I don't know, mentally. I knew from a very long time ago that I wanted to create my own K-pop group. I just didn't realize that it would be this timing.
Wow. Well,
It was
that's
hard
so
to say that
fantastic to
sentence,
hear.
huh?
Like I don't know how many people are able to say like, okay, actually my entire life I've wanted to create a group and now it's actually happening.
Yeah, in that sense, I'm very lucky. Thank you so much.
Yes. My next question is, since you've mentioned working with SM, you've worked with Pledis, you've freelanced to work with many different labels, what rules or values did you intentionally leave behind or make sure to keep when setting up Singing Beetle?
With Singing Beetle, we wanted to create a place where musicians, including whether you are a songwriter or a performer, are able to develop their own skills, have different opportunities to learn from each other and from other people, and then to, you know, create music that will make people happy. With that big goal, I think there are certain things that we do differently here. Not necessarily because I wanted to do things differently, but also because of the setup of our company. Like, our members are pretty international, not only our artists, but also our staff. Composition is also pretty international, which sort of sometimes forces us to do things very different from the typical Korean companies where the Koreans are the dominant people. Because then people would know, oh, these are how things were done in a Korean society. There is an unspoken rule that people would follow. To our international staff, that's not something that can be taken for granted. So we had to then inform the people, like, it work the same with our artists too, like being able to create safer boundaries for each other, like what is okay, what is not okay. Then we had to like openly communicate, which is again also not really a Korean way, but like we had to, because otherwise people wouldn't know and like will either get hurt or get frustrated or be really inefficient. So like we were sort of forced to do these things slightly differently. The biggest value that I wanted to keep at our company, I'm still really trying, that doesn't mean we're always successful, is happiness. That I hope that everybody can be happy, because like music made me so happy. So I hope that the people who are working in the music industry, whether you are an artist or the staff, should still be happy too, you know.
As you mentioned, you said that you have not only international members in Universe, but also in your company. Just in Universe alone, they have roots in Laos, Thailand, China, Japan, the US on top of Korea. So would you categorize them as global or K-pop group?
Oh, I would categorize us to be a K-pop group. For me, K-pop, ever since early 2000, have always had some global roots when it comes to member competitions. Because to me, what makes K-pop K-pop, I think we talked about this too.
Over lunch, I believe, so
I know.
they don't know.
Like, I think what makes K-pop K-pop is the process behind it. Like the system that is making and managing the artist. In K-pop scene, it's pretty normal and common to cast people at a very young age or when they haven't really demonstrated talent yet. So we see the potential. So there isn't much success to begin with, but it's the potential that people invest in. And they go through this rigorous system of training, evaluating, whatever, to be selected as the group that will be debuting. And then in that, there are different processes involved to make the group's music, the videos, the visuals, and everything else. And then when they are also marketed, the way they are marketed, I think, is also a big part of K-pop. Like building this relationship with the fans, but the way that K-pop builds it, it asks the fans to emotionally invest in the group very heavily. The way it's designed is to create that connection. For as long as you follow this process, I think then you sort of fall into the category of K-pop. That's my definition. So to me, Universe definitely is a K-pop group that just happened to have very interesting backgrounds.
For you guys, since you are going to be doing some US promoting, when you come over here, in like what ways would you call yourself global?
I think we are a K-pop group, so we will definitely promote ourselves as a K-pop group. We are trying to bring up the standards of management, standard of production too, all that to the global standard. And that's, I think, when you become truly global. Not only the quality of products that you're putting out, but also the way the people are managed, or the transparency of the things, or like just the simple governance of the company or the group and everything. I think we are trying really hard to meet the global standard of those.
Yeah, you're taking inspiration from both the global industry and the K-pop industry, but in the heart of your group is K-pop, the K-pop sound, the way you market, the way you produce. I get it. So that means when you were searching for artists to join your group, you actually like opened up auditions to all around the world. What kind of characteristics were you searching for?
Except for the audition TV show, we've done most of the things that other K-pop labels would do. We've held more public global auditions. We've also done some private auditions. We've also done word of mouth type of auditions, like all these different kinds of auditions. For Hyuk and Seok, they were more like private auditions through my connection. We've had some private auditions too, and they were the one who stood out. From there, Kenny is a result of our global edition. We've actually advertised it on Instagram, and Kenny was one of the people who sent us the video. And Aito was more like Kenny sent me like list of people because he was like, I would like to see if I could scout. I was like, sure, go ahead. And then he started to send me, and there's like more than 100 people for sure, like 200, 300, like hundreds of people profiles. Some people he knew, some people he didn't know. And Aito was one of the people whom he had a very strong opinion about. And it was quite insistent that like, hey, we should like definitely look into him. I was very intrigued by the videos of Aito because like he looked like a pretty good dancer from the videos, and I was like, oh, I would like to meet him. And then that's why I went to Japan and met up with him. And then in person, I liked him even more. So I think even at the spot, I asked like, what's your plan for the like next chapter of your life? Are you still like interested in like pursuing this career? And he was like, sure. So I was like, cool. And
It was easy as that.
no, actually, with all of them, I knew right away I liked them. But with Nathan too, like he was among those hundreds of people that Kenny sent me. First, Nathan's voice that stood out really for me. So I was like, I'm very like intrigued by this guy. And then we met up several times on Zoom to have him dance without music. Well, he had music, but we couldn't hear music. So like have him dance without music.
Squeak!
Yeah, it's mostly. So, it's like. So yeah, they came to join us that way. And then I think the biggest quality for me was the potential. And I think another thing was their attitude, because your willingness to grow, that being open-minded to different things, that people that are different from me. Those I thought were very essential to growth.
Incredibly important. Like you said, you want there to be happiness, you want there to be good communication. So I'm pretty confident that you guys are representing each individual artist's background, especially Seok and Hyuk's North Korean defection, right, background, very healthfully and respectfully. But I am curious how maybe each individual unique background of each member has lent towards the storytelling or the formation of this group.
This is why my friends tell me I don't have plans. I didn't plan it. I've been asked this question, like it was like, oh, like did you like? Is there a reason why you added North Korean members? I'm like, no. I just like them.
Well, you just wanted to give a platform and help people achieve their dreams.
Yeah, I just liked what they were doing or what I thought they could do. So it was pretty simple for me. The fact that they're from North Korea or had these kind of experiences in their past didn't affect my decision to pick them. But I did think that it is interesting, like it's never done before, and it would be interesting to give them a platform to share their stories from their point of view. I don't know how to phrase this, but like when you are more like in the marginalized group of the society, because you are not that majority, or because you don't hold that power position, your way of storytelling is also dictated by others. They had quite interesting stories apart from begging on the street. That is also like, it's heartbreaking. It's also inspiring. But they have some funny stories that they tell me too, and I thought, like, why haven't I heard about this until now? This is so interesting. They've had their first loves, they've had their best friends and fought with the best friends, and like the way of their conflict resolution is like, what's going on? So like them being able to tell those kind of stories, I thought was just interesting. So no, didn't have a plan, but yes, thought would be really fun. And it is turning out to be pretty cool.
So it's basically go with the flow, and if they feel comfortable with sharing something in an interview, that's what happens. It isn't necessarily like we have to like promote this group as the group with the Korean North defectors.
No, not at all. Actually, that's the angle that we really would like to avoid, because I don't think it gives a fair light to the artistry of the members. I mean, I get it. It's like something that we have to prove that they are more than a group with North Korean defectors. We're gonna have to prove it on stage that they're actually 5 very talented guys who came together to realize the common goal of wanting to become an artist and to inspire people. We were forced again to actually go through quite a rigorous interview trainings so that we help the boys know what is their comfort zone, because like it is pretty traumatizing past, and I don't want them to feel exploited or to be exposed to a situation where they're uncomfortable to talk about things they don't want to talk about. So we had to have those conversations internally before they started going public and talking about things. And of course, if they're not like comfortable, then like sometimes I had to intervene.
Right, and even coming from them personally, Hyuk writes some lyrics for Universe, right? Mm-hmm. What kind of conversations have you had with the members if they want to include their own story in Universe's musical or lyrical direction?
I think it works both ways. Sometimes they will just bring me ideas that they have. So like Kenny too. He had tons of ideas that he wants to bring. And then he's not only writing about his own story, but he's also inspired by the members' stories. And then he writes lyrics based on that too. And then Hyuk also does the same. So they sometimes bring these different ideas that they've had and then discuss it with me. And then I'd be like, this is really interesting. Let's develop it into something else. Or sometimes we'll jump into a session and then I'd be like, hey, today I'd like to talk about this. We actually have like some talking sessions before you actually write. Let's say, I don't know, today's topic is your childhood. Like everybody in the session, including the members and sometimes me and the songwriters, will all have this talking session about like, hey, what was our favorite memories from our childhood? Like we talk about this and how can we sort of reflect these into our music that we're gonna write. So it works both ways. Sometimes boys would like come to me with their ideas, and sometimes I will intentionally create an opportunity to talk about certain things.
How did the multiverse concept and storyline come to be? Was it through let's sit down and brainstorm a story, or was this something that one of the members or you birthed?
I think it was from the session. We just had a vague idea of like I Will Love You in Every Multiverse, because the track reminded me and another writer of Spider-Man.
Ooh, Spider-Verse?
Yes, like you know how there are like different multiverses of Spider-Man?
Yes!
And then we actually had the video of like Miles and like the animated version video of YouTube on the screen when we were writing. Because we thought, how cute is this? Like that you're loving the other person like in every multiverse. So that was like a very simple, vague idea that we had. And then as we were talking with the boys, it developed more into, I guess, more of a self-love than loving the other person. You also very different in every multiverse. Like depending on which version you are this different person. And I would say like, I don't know, yesterday's Kenny is different from 2 years ago Kenny. It's probably today's another change. He's a changed man again with all these different versions of ourselves. How do we feel about it? And it became more of a self-reflectory storyline as we worked on the lyrics more. We were even at a point where this became more of a prom proposal song. I'm gonna ask you out, let's go to prom kind of a thing. And that's why there is a line where it's like dancing in prom. It's still there because like we've talked about these different possibilities. And then like it became to be a version it is now. But yeah, it started with Spider-Man to what it is now.
Did the sound that you imagined for the boys develop as you got to know their characters better?
Yes, because it's very different from what I wanted to do personally. I think it's like both like learning about their stories, but also just learning their capacity as artists, like what they do well. What are some of the strengths and weaknesses and whatnot? Because at the end of the day, I want them to shine on stage. And if I were to give them the clothes that doesn't fit them, and it's like, I don't care, I love this music, this is good music, so go do it, it would be pretty irresponsible. So I had to also compromise to find a sound that I'm happy with, but at the same time is something that they could really do well.
Yes, and when it comes to actual like details and sections in each song for Multiverse and Shatter, did you make sure to include certain elements that represented each member?
That's why Hyuk had to rewrite the rap verses 11 times.
11 times! Oh my
11
goodness!
times, for Multiverse, yeah. Shatter 2, the first version that we worked on was a lot softer than the version that we have now. For Aito and Hyuk, that like energy in the rap is what like makes them stand out more. So yeah, we had to do several surgeries on the song. And then I think even with the track too, there were some like specific production revisions that I've asked to heighten up the energy even more and more. But I wanted to create a section where it sounded like a dance break, but still they're singing and everything. So that I'd like to give them that chance to do the dance break thing.
That actually leads perfectly into my next question, because sometimes when something surprising happens, like a dance break in a song, I can't help but wonder, oh, did they throw this in just because they wanted the idols to have a moment to show off? Or did they throw this in because it's unexpected, since the storyline is about a multiverse and we jump to another multiverse, so we have this change up section. So I wanted to run a few of these like ear-catching musical moments that happen in Shattered for me to ask you to see what exactly inspired them. Okay,
Oh, that's interesting.
Up first, we have a lot of modal mixture in this song, right? Overall, it's very minor. We've got this darker, more hardcore, badass vibe, but then we have the moments where we end in major, and that brightens it up a little bit. I wondered, is this a moment where you're like, oh, this is a K-pop sound, we need to put this in? Or were you like, multiverse, we can borrow from the parallel major because they're talking about the parallel multiverse?
See, again, this is where you think I have plans. I think it's also a personal preference of me and Adrian. We just like having those moments in our songs.
The amount of groove changes in this song, I think one point of view could be that you added groove changes to show different dance styles, or was this another like...
Yes, that was intentional. That was a plan. But you know how people don't really listen till the end of the song if they don't make it? So it's a shame that we're building these like different groove changes at the end. But I still wanted to, like, you know, for those of you who listen to our song till the end, I wanted to keep them entertained. That was one thing. Another thing was, again, I think it goes back to us wanting to reflect different musical styles of the boys, because like Kenny and Nathan are pretty used to more like laid back type of groove. Because like, you know, they grew up in America, they like grew up listening to pop music and R&B, while the Koreans and the Japanese are more into, like, more used to not the upbeat but to the downbeat. Not only applies to the singing ability, but also when they're dancing too, because people groove differently. And then I wanted to, I guess, sort of brag that we're able to do all those different types of groove, because they had to work really hard. They were like, why is our dance so hard? Why is our song so hard? I'm like, sorry guys.
But hey, I think that's also what you have to do in this industry that is already filled with so many different talented people, right? Is like what shows off your talents the best, what makes you special. I do have a couple more fun questions left. All right, Michelle,
you have time.
Yes, I do. As a previous flute player, can we expect flute to appear in a future Universe song?
Maybe, yeah. Why not? If I can fit that in, because I do like playing with different instruments. It depends on like when and how these different instruments inspire me. The latest instrument obsession for me, it's a Korean instrument, and I have no idea how we can use this. The one in the middle.
Whoa!
But it also gets pretty intense too. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I've been obsessed with this one.
I'll keep my fingers crossed that you
Yeah,
will
but
find a way.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a time where I get obsessed with the flute too.
We'll see. But when it comes to my second fun question, was it a purposeful marketing strategy when you spelled the group's name Universe as one verse?
No. We didn't think it would have been this big of a deal.
Oh no.
To us, it's like, okay, let's read it, Universe. This is so cool, let's go. And then people started calling it one verse. I'm like, why didn't we think about this before? And then we named our fandom Stars with a 5, so they became 5 stars or something. We just thought this was ingenious. It's like, we're not reading it the traditional way, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, it fits K-pop because, you know, K-pop reads things funny and then write things funny. So it's like, it's in that alley, so people will get it. It's like, nope. So my bad. And then I think at some point the boys were calling themselves one verse too, and I'm like, excuse me. And then they're like, oops.
Last thing that I have to ask you is you already mentioned that 2 of the Universe members will be coming to LA for their very first fan meeting. Are there any other fun activities for that Universe have coming up that you can announce?
I mean, we've recently did a survey with our fans about the cities where they would like to see Universe at. I guess that's the extent I can talk about, but we are definitely trying to plan out more intimate events for Universe and the fans to meet with each other. We'll try to give you more than the TikTok online live events. So we're working on them.
So basically, to the fans watching, please tune into more TikTok live events. And if you haven't already, make sure to submit where you want to see them live. Is the survey still open or is it closed?
Oh, I think it closed today, but you know, you never know. If you nag us enough, it might go.
You hear that? Tag them and shout out your city in your social media posts. And thank you so much, Michelle. I had so much fun, not only chatting with you, but also seeing the surprise appearances of some of your members.
Well, yeah, that was, again, looks like a plan, but no. But yeah, I don't know if this is edible.
Oh no! Will we get a mukbang?
I'll show you. Oh, this actually looks a lot better than the last time cookies.
Nice.
Because when he and I competed, it looked like burnt smudge to me. Again, I lost, so what do I know? Oh, these are actually very nicely shaped. So if I send you a text message tomorrow, know that I survived the cookies. If not,
Yes.
you know,
She's on the
will have
toilet.
to go on without me.
Oh yeah. She passed away on the toilet. Oh no. Yay, I'm so happy for you. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Michelle.